How do you quickly spot someone's number one insecurity?
The first thing is you need to spot what they need from other people. If I know what you need to be seen as from other people, I know what was probably missing in your childhood. And there's 6 social needs that we teach at NCI University. And these are significance, approval, acceptance, intelligence, pity, and power. It's not that I need to be powerful. It's not that I need to be significant. It's I need people to see that I am. So if you're just in a casual conversation and you hear somebody say, oh yeah, I've been working there for 20 years and even after I retired, they still call me and ask for my advice. That's significance. The pity needs person is one of the most confusing. It's not that they want pity. It's that they want you to understand how bad they had it or how much they went through. And our instinct with a pity person is to say, no, man, it's not that bad. So the moment you do that, it's like them knocking on your door and asking whether or not you're a drug dealer for the drug that they need, and you're going, no.
Watch out around someone who slightly shifts their torso away from you when you enter a group setting. This is a body language tell called ventral denial that means they secretly don't like you. Always remember, torso away means they don't want you to stay.
This is how you know you've mastered your emotions.
In psychology, one of the biggest signs of advanced emotional intelligence is being unable to fully hate or dislike someone because you understand the reasons behind their behavior. That's called cognitive empathy. When you don't just see what they did, you understand why they did it. And that's a gift, but sometimes it also feels like a curse, because when you've trained yourself to understand people, you can't unsee their pain even when they hurt you. You know the childhood wound behind the sarcasm. You know the fear behind the distance. You know the self-hate behind the betrayal. And now you're stuck in the quiet war between awareness and boundaries. Too aware to stay angry, but still walking around with that scar. So you just carry it, silently. And sometimes you wish someone would see you with the same level of depth you offer everyone else. But here's the truth. Just because something makes sense doesn't mean it gets to stay in your life. You can forgive someone's humanity and still protect your peace. Being emotionally intelligent doesn't mean being emotionally available to everything. You're allowed to understand someone and still walk away. That's not cold. That, my friend, is clarity.
When you understand the root causes of all emotions, it's easier to navigate with people. And it's also easier to navigate with yourself to see if you even want to be involved with this shit, because you see it coming, because you understand emotional patterns. How do you master your emotions? Bro, you got to learn how to observe them. How do you observe emotions? Just stop responding to them. Stop reacting to them. Feel them. And that's the first step to improving your level.
You can see that what you do is you pretend to be people's friends. You find out what they want, what their weakness is, and you give it to them. If they want money, you give them money. If they want sex, you arrange for that. If they want drugs, you arrange for that. Whatever it is they want, their weakness is, you feed them. And then you tell them, okay, I'm doing all this for you and I just need these little favors. And you corrupt them. And you corrupt them until you can control them. And of course, you know what they're doing, so you can always blackmail them if they try to get out of line. But basically what controls them is the knowledge that if they don't go along with you, then they lose out on all these things they like. You know, if they play ball with you, then they become rich, they become famous, they have all of their desires sated, they get everything that they want, but in a mental state which is increasingly depraved and subject to manipulation. And that's also the Venetian method, that you win by corruption. And that the thing that the empire fears most of all is an honest man who isn't corruptible because he doesn't want those things.
Some enablers are just Pollyannas. They're just like, no, everyone's got some good in them. Like, you just need to find the good stuff. Like, we're a family. You guys played together when you were little. And you're like, what? So they just come off as naive and childlike and all that. That's one group. One group of enablers is on the make. They're benefiting from this relationship with the narcissistic person. Money, connection, resource. They don't want to burn that bridge, and they don't want that narcissist to lose power, because then there's not going to be as much rolling down that gravy train. So some enablers want to keep that narcissistic person propped up because it's self-serving. Some enablers want to keep it all going because it maintains their vision of the world. Families are great. Life is fair. They want to keep everything as is, right? It's the person who's noticing these patterns who's saying, this isn't cool. So that person's viewed as the disruptor, because you're calling out parents, you're calling out people in charge, right? You're calling out people with power. So who are we going to cast out? The people calling it out, not the person who's doing all the bad things. And so what that means is enablers will often keep the false narrative